Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. In today's topic, I wanted to talk to you guys about the wildcard ship. There's a lot of people in the FPL community who's already used it, who's already activated it for GW25, and some people is thinking to activate it. So in this video, I wanted to basically look at my team, see if I need to activate it. I want to also look at the possibility of a mini wildcard. I'll talk to you guys about that in a sec. And basically just like the overview of the blanks and the double game weeks. And I wanted to talk to you guys about like a little strategy that I was thinking about. Okay, so hopefully this video will help you guys. By all means, do what's best for your team, guys. These videos are here to kind of give you some kind of idea. If you feel like you need to make a lot of changes to your team, then go ahead and use your wildcard. Or maybe bank the transfer and then in game week 26, change your players around. Hopefully that you guys will like it. Smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. So here we go. This video is sponsored by OneFootball, an app that is free to download on iOS and Android devices. This app will definitely help you out with FPL and the Champions League fantasy football. You'll be able to follow your favorite teams, find out the latest news, live scores, highlights, transfers, stats, and many, many more. If you're interested, there will be a link in the description below. Thank you. Now, as for my team for Game Week 24, I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update before I create my preview video. And yeah, as you can see, I triple captain Mane. He only played 32 minutes and he picked up an injury. And when I saw this, my heart completely dropped. I was in pain for a couple of hours, and yeah, it was just not the best feeling. You know what? These things can happen. Like a couple of weeks ago when I brought in Mahrez and he scored those 2 goals, bringing me 17 points. It was literally the best feeling ever. It was amazing. And then you get game weeks like this, which completely shuts you down. You know what? I learned a lot last season. I learned on how to control my feelings so I don't get affected by this game for a number of days or a number of hours. Now, the best advice that I can give you is to remove yourself from the FPL world and don't look at your team for a couple of hours and a couple of days. Now, for me, the best thing that you can do to kind of help that out is focus on something else that you love. As for me, I'm a video gamer. I love all sorts of video games. And as for me, on that day when Mane got himself injured, I went and downloaded Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and my brain focused on this game instead of FPL. So, you know, focus on something else is definitely going to help you out if you are getting depressed or getting a bit pissed off. It's good to kind of move away from the situation and then come back, refresh your mind, and then go again. Anyways, I hope this kind of like talk helped you guys. But yeah, let's move on to the wildcard draft. Now, as for the wildcard, we all know that is a powerful chip that can completely change your season around. Now, I'm not just going to sit here and create a draft. I want to talk to you guys about some strategies that we need to look at. There's going to be a lot of blank game weeks and there's going to be a lot of double game weeks. Now, the problem with the double game weeks, you know, towards the end of the season, I don't know, we're looking at what? Game week 34 or game week 36. Ben Krillin on Twitter will know best, so please follow him. For me, I'm just going to be giving you guys a little bit of an example. Let's just say the double game weeks is towards the end of the season. Okay, that's not too bad. I guess we can have this last kind of push to get as much as points as possible. But what about these fixtures, these remaining fixtures? If my team is doing badly now, then leading up to the double game weeks, then, you know, it might be too late. And I don't want that situation. I don't want to just go for, oh, yeah, I'll go for it. Hopefully I'll do well. I want to be in the position where, okay, I'm actually in a very good position. And with these double game weeks, I could even get even better. Now with the blank game weeks like game week 28, we will know that the EFL Cup final will be hosted on March the 1st. So, you know, a few fixtures will be postponed. So this is going to be like a little blank game week. And I think with our free transfers, we can navigate through this issue. I just don't want to wait and rot with my team and slowly drop and drop and drop. And then it just becomes too late. I don't want to make this final push and just be lucky that I get to a position. I want to be able to get to a decent position before the double game weeks. That's what I'm trying to do. But if I can hold my wild card, and if I can find a different way or a different plan to kind of be happy with my team again, then that's what I will do. Okay, so let's go through the draft. So here you go, guys. This is my wildcard draft for those people that actually wants to activate the wildcard, to kind of give you guys some kind of idea, some kind of suggestions. I wouldn't recommend any kind of transfers right now because there's a lot of cup games to be played and there could be a lot of injuries. So please hold as long as you can. Plus the transfer window is still open. There might be some movements with some players. But anyways, I just want to give you guys some kind of like idea. I'm going to create this draft. Yes, it could be improved. It could be better. But I just want to give you guys some kind of template to work with. I'm going to give you guys other scenarios as well with different players. And yeah, so let's go through it. So as for the strikers, you got Ings, Jamie Vardy and Raul Jimenez. Now hear me out. I do have a little bit of a plan with 2.5. Let's start with Jamie Vardy. I think he is ready to go. Obviously, we need to make sure if he plays in the EFL Cup or if he's on the bench, then he should be ready for this Chelsea game. I genuinely think that keeping Vardy could be a great option for this fixture here. But if you're in a wild card, you want to change things around, then I can kind of understand. I got a plan for Jamie Vardy if I was to wildcard. Raul Jimenez and Ings, just two incredible players. Yes, Ings kind of punished people in the last two fixtures, but I think these fixtures coming up is looking really good, and Southampton's been performing really well. With Raul Jimenez, same with Traore here, 5.7. A lot of people own him right now. He's been returning. He's been returning really well. And as you can see, 4 goals and 7 assists, which is pretty damn good. It's just a cheaper option to kind of get. You can remove him, you can upgrade him to someone else. I think if you have the money, maybe go for Song. Tottenham needs to score, and I think he is going to be providing a lot of goals for them. I could be doing that with this team, but I'll go and talk to you guys about different scenarios. So yeah, that was the front lineup. The idea is to keep Ings and Raul Jimenez and to remove Jamie Vardy in game week 26. That's why I left a little bit of money on the bank and to bring in Aubameyang. I could go and bring in Sergio Aguero, but I think with the rotation risk there, plus the Champions League's coming through, there's going to be even more rotation. I just don't want to deal with that pain, even though we know how great Aguero is. And Aubameyang, if he does stay at Arsenal, these fixtures are looking fantastic. Even if there is a blank game week for Arsenal in game week 28, I think we can't ignore these fixtures, guys. Newcastle at home, Everton at home. I want to get the points in now. So that's the kind of the idea. And you got Traore here. You got Fleck. That is a cheap option, just like Cantwell. Fleck's just performing really well. Kind of spoke about this player before, with 5 goals and 2 assists. And these fixtures are just looking so good. And a lot of people's actually thinking to bring him in and actually play him. You got Lundstrom here, just because I bought him around 4 million. I think if you bought him around 4.5 or above, then yeah, you could remove, because there are chances that he might not play. And I could remove if I feel like it's time for him to go. But because I bought him at 4 million, I want to kind of like double up on the Sheffield United back line, they're not conceding a lot of goals, and they just got a really good structure. Now, if you don't want to go for the double Liverpool defense, you can go for a player like Laporte. He is back, and we all know how important he is for the Manchester City's back line. This will help other players around him, like Kevin De Bruyne, with Fernandinho going into the midfield, and De Bruyne moving a little bit more further up will definitely help out. But the problem is rotation, but I don't think that's going to happen with Laporte. The fixtures for Manchester City is not the best, but we all know how well they can perform in any kind of fixture. Now that they got all of their defense back, most of their, everyone seems to be back except for Sane and Danilo. I think Danilo is on a loan, right? Yeah. So you can do that if you want to, or you can go with these cheap players here. Stevens here, 4.4, is got 1 goal and 3 assists, which is really good for a 4.4 player, only 2.3% owned. These fixtures coming up, there's a possibility of Southampton to keep a clean sheet. And if you want to, go for like a player that is actually on form and the team's on form and with great fixtures, maybe this is the time to get some Southampton players. Lascelles is back, and we'll know how Newcastle plays. They try their best to kind of like block everything and kind of play very defensively. And, some days they do really well. And with 4.2, I don't think you can go wrong with that. You can always put this player on the bench, and it might help you out in the double game weeks. And is a player that will be useful and will be useful for your bench, just in case of one of your players don't play. So it's definitely a good for like the squad. So yeah, definitely a squad player like Fleck, Lascelles, Stevens, even Lundstrom. These players are fantastic for the squad. So yeah, that was pretty much the team, with Salah, Kevin De Bruyne being the main kind of like premium options here. Grealish, I put him here. I wish I went for him. I kind of like I didn't go for him because of that yellow card issue. It's just so stupid. I should have just brought him in with the fixtures that he had. And he's just the main guy on that Aston Villa side. And every time that Aston Villa scores or does well, it looks like he is the one that brings the points for our FPL teams. So that is about it. This was just a little bit of a draft to kind of give you guys some kind of idea. And these are some of my thoughts. I don't think I will want to go for double up on Wolves. And yeah, I could kind of like remove Aubameyang here and maybe go for Aguero if I find out like Aguero is the main guy here. Like if Jesus picks up an injury, then a lot of people will go for Aguero because he'll be the only striker. Stuff like that is kind of like is on my thoughts, and there's a lot of different possibilities. And I think with the blanks we can navigate through that. And with the double game weeks, it's just too far away. I want to make some changes now instead of later. So let's just have a quick look at my team. So yeah, as for my team, I do want to remove Kelly because Ward is back. Rico, because it's just, I can't see Bournemouth bringing the clean sheet points. Maddison, maybe Jamie Vardy as well, especially Tosin here. But I think I need to wait a little bit more longer. I'm going to wait and see what's happening with Mane. If he is ready and fit for the Southampton game, then I will definitely keep him. But we'll see. If there is any more injuries on my team, then I might need to activate my wildcard and go and get that draft that I did for you guys in this video. But if I find out that Mane is just the only one that is injured, then I could remove him and kind of plan my game week 26. And this is the thoughts and this is the kind of the transfers that I'm thinking about. So let's just say, as an example, that Mane is out. I remove Mane and remove Cenk Tosun here, and I bring in Raul Jimenez. As you can see, I have 10.2. what I can do with this is I can go for a cheap option like Jack Grealish. Let's just have a look if I can bring in Aubameyang. So yeah, in game week 26, I can remove Jamie Vardy and bring in Aubameyang or Sergio Aguero. So yeah, I'll make that decision if I want to go with Aguero or Aubameyang. And this team right now is looking better than before. So yeah, it all depends on the transfer window and depends on the cup results and seeing if there is any other injuries in my team. If I find that there's a few more injured players, then yeah, I will definitely activate my wildcard and I'll go and get that draft that I talked about in this video. So yeah, this video was longer than usual. I hope I have helped you guys. Game week 25 is a long way away. So hopefully this video will give you guys a lot of time to kind of think things through and kind of sit back and enjoy. Anyways guys, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.